Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my makeup for the day and answering questions about OnlyFans. So on Instagram, I did a little Q&A and you guys asked me just regular questions about OF, kind of like marketing side. Also some just regular questions about like my experience with doing sex work and OF. So I'm just going to jump right into it. This eye makeup is kind of done, but I'm not really going to be talking too much about my makeup. So one of the questions I got was, do you feel pressure to keep your body looking nice having an OF? And for myself personally, yeah, I do. But I take it like motivation because since I'm like constantly photographing myself, that's basically my job. And filming myself, I want to like be happy with what I see on camera. So over the summer and over quarantine, oh my God, my eyes getting watery. I did gain weight. And I was like embracing the thickness. Because, like, obviously, my ass got fatter and shit. But, I was, like, ready to lose the weight. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to, like, get fit and stuff. But that's, like, my own personal preference. You don't need to, look like that. Or you don't need to look like someone else to start OnlyFans. There's guys that like everything out there. Like, I don't consider myself to have that much work done on my body. I really just kind of have my boobs done. And I, like, lipo to my arms. Because I have really big arms, naturally. That was it. So I like to like really like, I like the gym. I like to stay in the gym. I like to like be active. It just helps me a lot. It helps my mental health. I enjoy it. So I take it as a motivation. But there is pressure on me to do that. Sorry, the light's coming in, so my face is going to be blurry. Why am I talking so fast? I think it's the coffee. I'm still recovering from a cold. How do you get the followers you need to actually make it a real job, not just a side hustle? So when I started OnlyFans, it was kind of like new. And I already kind of had a following from, like, doing this, like, makeup and stuff. And I had my Snapchat kind of, like, go viral. So that helped me out a lot. My eyeliner is not doing it today, but whatever. And that helped me out a lot. But I think it takes a lot of patience if you actually want to do OnlyFans, like, it be your only source of income. And you want to make, like, it depends also how much money you want to make on there. If you're trying to make like over $10,000 a month, you need to really put in like a lot of effort, in my opinion, to your content. You need to spend a lot of time like online doing shout out for shout out promos. Twitter is a really good platform to grow your OnlyFans. A lot of girls like using Reddit. I haven't really used Reddit. I don't have my own Reddit. I know there's Reddits about me, but I don't have one. But I've considered making one and just posting stuff on there. Like, obviously, teasers and whatnot. But teasers help so much on Twitter. Yo, this light. I'm trying to... Fuck it. Teasers help a lot. You really gotta, like, invest a lot of time with the marketing side if you're trying to, like, you know, have a fan base or have a group or subscribers, followers, whatever, of people that like your content and want to see your content. TikTok is really good too, like, especially if you're like more like Gen Z, like if you're like 23, 24, I feel like TikTok could also be really good for you. I like TikTok, but it just doesn't come like naturally for me, but I'm liking it now more and more. That's a good app. Instagram is good, but their guidelines are like really annoying because it's like you never know if your post is gonna get taken down or not, even if it's really like okay. So you just really got to put in the work online. You really got to be on your phone like 24/7 when trying to market yourself so you could, you know, sell your content. I'm going to stop right here. I tried to fix the lighting, but it is what it is. One question that I got that I thought was interesting was, how does it feel knowing we masturbate to you? Does it make you feel weird? So this is something that I think is like important, especially for girls too, because you have to really be okay with the idea of like being sexualized, because at the end of the day, like, people are coming to you to like jerk off basically, or, you know, try and, I don't know, have like some personal type of like connection with you. Like, there's people that really like porn girls, there's people that really like OnlyFans girls, creators, you know, whatever it may be. But usually at the end of the day, it's jerk material, you know. You gotta just kind of be okay with it. If that's not something that really sits right with you, sex work probably isn't for you. The way that I see it is like, people get horny. Like, people are just horny. You know, it doesn't really make me feel any type of way. When I'm filming, I kind of just, I'm not really thinking too much about, I guess I'm kind of a exhibitionist. I'm not thinking too much about what people are going to think. In the beginning, though, I will say, I had never, like, filmed myself, so I was really, like, uncomfortable filming myself. It was just, like, really new for me. But I didn't dislike it. It was just really new for me. But now I'm pretty, like, comfortable. But even now, like, I'm not naturally, like when I, like, whoa, this might be too explicit. When I, like, you know, I guess, use my vibrator by myself, I'm not, like, this big moaner. I'm usually pretty quiet. But, like, when I film videos, you have to, like, kind of act a little bit. I don't really like that part of doing OnlyFans, that sometimes you really do have to act. It's, like, work, you know? It's not just, like, fun and play all the time, especially, like, when you're working with other people. Even girls, it's, like, work, especially because some girls, too, don't always, they're not always, like, gay. So it's kind of, like, uncomfortable, you know? Because you're, like, hey, sis, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. What works, what doesn't work. I'm, like, pretty gay. I mean, I'm pretty bisexual, so I don't really care too much with working with other girls. I don't mind it, but some girls do. So even, like, working with other people, sometimes it's uncomfortable. My favorite thing is working with, like, if I'm dating someone. I love filming, like, with my boyfriend. That's, like, my favorite thing. But, or, like, by myself even. But even by myself, it's like, So I also got a question that was, do you enjoy making content, or, like, do you just do it because it's a job? It's a little bit of both. I don't not enjoy making content, but I don't, like, love it either. But what I really love is, like, getting ready and getting, like, in cute lingeries. Oh my god, this lighting shit, guys, I'm sorry. Are we just gonna deal with it? I think we're just gonna deal with it. I don't hate making content, but I also don't, like, love it. So that's that question. But when it comes down to, like, when it's just, like, raw sex and I'm not acting, and it's kind of just, like, take out the phone, spur of the moment type of thing, that I do enjoy, obviously. But yeah, so let me get out the next question. Let me apply this foundation real quick. I still do my makeup every single day. I don't think that's ever gonna change about me. I might have Nelson make some edits and cuts so that I'm not too time wasty. Let's see. How in advance do you plan filming? Not that in advance. Maybe, like, it depends. If it's, like, myself and, like, the person I'm with, not really in advance. If it's, like, a group of girls and we're gonna, like, go on a trip, or we're gonna go somewhere like a content house, pretty in advance. I would say, like, a month in advance. Some girls, like, 2 weeks in advance. Like, if I hit up a girl I want to film with, it's probably gonna be, like, 2 weeks in advance. I should be like, hey, I'm coming to town. Or I'll be like, hey, I'm going to LA. Do you want to work together? But not. It's the only times that I think it's really in advance is when it's, like, a content house. Like, I'm going to Mexico for a New Year's Eve to work with girls, and you know, they had to get, like, the Airbnb and everything going. This fucking lighting a bit. Now it's just kind of like sunlight. One that I got that was interesting. One question that I got that was interesting was, why do you think your family is okay with it? And my parents, because I don't think my family really cares, like, my siblings and stuff. One of my sisters was a little bit annoyed at me, but she got over it. I think my parents were just obviously kind of disappointed at first. Like, I don't think in general most parents are like, woo, my kid's doing sex work, you know? But they can't control me. I'm my own adult. I'm my own person. I'm an adult. They can't tell me what to do, and I think once they saw that, I was pretty much okay. Like, it's not like, you know, I was, like, paying my bills. I was, you know, having a pretty normal day-to-day life. They were like, okay, you know, it's legal work. She's not going to get in trouble with the law. She's pretty healthy. She's doing her thing. I'm assuming that's what was their thought process, because I'm gonna be real, I don't really talk too much about my job with my parents. They know what I do, but that conversation doesn't really have to be being had over and over again with them. But I think that's why they're okay with it. They see that I'm financially free. They see that I take care of myself, and I have my sister with me. One of my sisters with me. Like, she moved down to Vegas, and we were living together, and I have a pretty normal life. And I think they were kind of able to like normalize sex work in their own eyes like that. Another funny question that I got was, well, not funny, but do you think it ruined your marriage? No, I don't think it ruined my marriage. I got married at 18 and I was in a cult. So, you know, I got out of a cult and I changed a lot as a person. So I don't think it ruined my marriage, but I will say it was part of the reason why my marriage got taken a toll on. So if you're in a relationship and you're thinking about doing a WEF, I mean, my ex was on board with it, but just know that like sometimes it could be difficult. It's not like, you know, you have a regular I hope no one gets offended by this, but like vanilla job. You are working like something that is like taboo, controversial, so your partner needs to be pretty open-minded, and they can't really let the opinions of other people get to them too much, because it's gonna be so overwhelming. Another question that I got that was like interesting was, what is the hardest part of doing a WEF? And 100% for me, at least, it's like the judgment from people. Like, easy peasy, like the judgment from people is so hard to deal with sometimes. Like, just in general, like day-to-day life, I feel like a lot of people don't really respect you. They don't really value like you as a person as much because you do sex work, and it's kind of a hard to swallow pill. You kind of really need to like learn to not give a fuck, which I've been there. It just kind of hurts when it's like people like your family and stuff, because I did have family like stop talking to me and stuff. That family, though, I don't really consider them family anymore, because it's like, you know what I mean? If you care so much like about, I don't know, this that I'm doing, that I'm okay with, like, if you're gonna stop talking to me because of it, then you really don't matter as much as I thought you did as a family member, you know? Especially friends too. Well, a lot of them were really religious, so that makes sense. It didn't align with their moral code, which is fine, you know, but they're no longer in my life. But when it comes down to regular folk, like, you just gotta know they're gonna judge. A lot of people are gonna judge you. Not everyone, but a lot of people are. That's why it's nice sometimes when I do like content, travel shit, or I hang out with other girls that do Onlyfans, because it's like they just get it. You know, we're just out here trying to make bread, trying to like provide for ourselves, and like a lot of times other people. So yeah, the judgment is the hardest thing, in my opinion, to deal with when it comes to OnlyFans. She asked, how do I find balance with like my work life and my personal life? What does a typical day look like for me? And honestly, last year I wasn't working too much. What I tried to do is, because I was shooting with content creators, I want to say I shot with like 4 guy content creators last year. Those videos, my fans really wanted to see them. Like, my followers, my subs wanted to really see those videos. So I was able to like resell that content a lot to like new subscribers. So I basically would only genuinely work like in time chunks. So for example, let's say this week I'm gonna grind out this week and, you know, try and film like 3 new cosplays. Those cosplays will all have like a solo video, and maybe I'll try and do like 1 boy girl video with like my boyfriend or something. I'll try and do that all in a week, so that like next week I could kind of just like lay back a little bit and just take nudes here and there. So that's kind of how I like to work. I know some people work way differently, but I think a lot of girls that I've come across on OnlyFans, they kind of do similar things. For example, I'm going soon on a trip. I think I just mentioned that, right? So that's going to be like a time frame of like maybe 3 days of just full work, where I'm filming with girls, I'm taking photos, etc. But in general, like like a regular day for me, it's kind of like this. I kind of go to the gym, I run my errands, I clean my apartment. I don't like having like a lot of mess, so I kind of do a lot of my own home stuff. My sister helps me out a lot though. Thank you, Liz. And then I'll like try and take some nude photos. I try and do customs. So I get a lot of customs. So a custom video is like, for example, let's say that you want me to do a video just for you. That would be considered a custom. Customs, fuck, man. They're like time consuming because they're like specific videos curated for like one person. Customs, I try and knock them out in like my regular day to day. I try and get like a 3-hour chunk of my day to do all my customs. But the way I see it is like, for me, like working out, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, doing my makeup, taking selfies throughout the day, posting them on social media, that's all like work, you know, because you kind of have to stay engaged on social media with your fans or like your subscribers, followers, whatever, to work, you know, because if you just like kind of like go off the radar, unless you're like that popular where you could do that, I mean, you can still do that and make money, you know, but I consider like my day-to-day life posting and stuff as work. But as far as content, sorry, this was a really long explanation. As far as content goes, I try and find chunks in my day, like 3-hour chunks, 4-hour chunks, where I could just sit down and film the content. That's not counting doing my makeup and changing and stuff, because I know some girls don't, they're like more like on the natural side, and you know, they film a lot of stuff natural, and I've done that. But I usually like to, like, for example, I did the Daphne costume yesterday. That probably took me like 4 or 5 hours in total, and I had to get my hair done before so it could look pretty in the video. So I hope that answered your question. I don't have like a planner where I write in every day, but I have like a weekly to-do list, and then I have my to-do list every day, so that helps me out a lot. And sometimes when I feel like I'll just take like a week off, I'll like go somewhere, you know, travel or something, and take that time off, but I'll still post. Sorry for the long explanation. Posting is very important, I think. Like, even if it's older content, or even if I just was to slip up my hoodie right now and like take a selfie and post that on Onlyfans, my fans, people really like stuff like that because it's very like more natural and more organic. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with my makeup, just applying a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. So another question I got was, who would you like to work with? There's really no guys I would like to work with. No offense to guy content creators out there. I'm just not like, oh my god, I need to work with him. But I love working with Latinas just because I think that like Latinas look so, like the skin tone looks so pretty together. Like I've shot with like Daisy Marie and Layla Starr, and I just think the two skin tones like together, it just looks so hot in my opinion. So I would love to work with like Rose Monroe, really any Latina porn stars or like Latina content creators. I think they're so hot. But yeah, let's see what else. I'm pretty much done. I'm probably gonna apply lip gloss. Can you still make money if you didn't show your face on a lip? I don't think that works as good. But if you like market it really well, like if you make it like a mysterious type of thing, I'm sure that's a good way to market it. So that's that. I honestly got bored of making content. I feel it was the same over and over. Any tips? I feel you, because sometimes I kind of feel the same way. You could always try and do stuff that's like more adventurous. Like for me, I don't do like a lot of public stuff. So if I'm ever feeling really like in the mood to switch it up, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do something public today, even though it's not like actually public. Like that could get me in trouble. You could always switch things up like that. Switch up the location, the lighting, even the toys and stuff. I bought this one really ridiculous big toy. It's like called a Monster D Word, and it's like it's just ridiculous, and I'll use that someday. I haven't used it in a long time, but if I'm really bored, I'll be like, okay, I'll use this. It'll be a funny video. Not funny, but what is so shocking to know about OnlyFans? Honestly, my light fell. The pimp culture that like kind of goes on with OnlyFans, where it's like a lot of guys will try and or girls too will try and like take girls under their wing, and like sometimes it's really normal. It's like, I get it, it's advice, and sometimes it's like you be hearing some crazy shit and you're just like, who's taking 50%? Because you got me fucked up. Well, I didn't want to, like, I'm not trying to like talk shit. I'm just, there's like a lot of sometimes like politics behind OnlyFans that's like interesting. I think that's it. Plans on future contests for a super lucky fan? No. I've done it before, but no. I think that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it was somewhat entertaining. If you guys have any more questions, I'm down to do more of these, because I didn't really get that many financial questions about OF, which I thought I would, because, I don't know, it's interesting to me. So I kind of want to do one that's just based off like marketing and the financial side of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna go before I start rambling. Bye guys.